Monday, bringing you a whole host of programs about community health. My show today is actually giving you that comfort you are not alone. In this disease that I'll be discussing, or a condition that I'm discussing, कि तुसी कल्ले नहीं है इस बीमारी दे विच। बहुत दुनिया और बहुत लोकी, बहुत दी मज़हब वाले, कोई उम्र नहीं है इस दे विच, जवानी विच, बुढ़ापे विच, बचपन दे विच ये बीमारी बहुत लोकां नू बेबस कर दिंदी है। ये वैसे कंडीशन होंदी कैन बिकम अ डिजीज एंड कैन क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज। जिंदगी दे विच कहंदे ने कदी स्टे हैप्पी, कदी एक्सपेक्टेशन ना करो कोई चीज़ जां किसे तो। एक्सपेक्टेशंस और तमन्ना सानू बहुत खराब कर दियां ने और दे हर्ट अस, और ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ठेस लगदी है। हर वेले मैं मेरे शोज़ दे विच दक्षो यही कहंदी हां कि लाइफ इज़ सो शॉर्ट, सो लव योर लाइफ एंड लिव अ लाइफ एंड बी हैप्पी एंड कीप स्माइलिंग। यही ਜਿਹੜੇ सोच अपने जे सही होण, अपने मैंटल थॉट्स दे विच आपां बहुत कुछ अपने सोचां दे विच रिझ सकदे हां। बैड सोचा होण, खराब होण, ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ डिप्रैशन ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਓਪਨਿੰਗ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਦੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਅਲੋਨ। ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੋਕੀ ਇਸ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਦਕਸ਼ੋ ਇਹ ਸਿੰਪਟਮਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। These are the symptoms that later on trigger off to be a full-blown condition, which then you get labeled to having a condition called sleeplessness, a condition called insomnia, and this condition can really deprive you from your moods, the feel-good factor. Hear me out. 51.3 Brits fail to get a good rested sleep every day, and they don't have deep sleep. That is over 50% of the population of Britain. They would have anxiety building up all through the day. The anxiety could be a meeting, it could be something to do with work, and they're fretting at work or because what somebody has told you. Sometimes bitter words can hurt. The tongue can be as sharp as a razor and can hurt somebody, but those words and those sharp words can never be taken. But pause to think what you have done to that person's mental, peace of mind. मन दी शांति उदों हराम हुंदी है जदों आपां अपने आप नू मैं भी कमज़ोर कर लैंदे दुनियावी चीज़ां वास्ते, घरेलू गल्लां वास्ते, कम कारां वास्ते, financial issues, matrimonial issues, financial pressures from children, organizing a wedding to make it a very full blast wedding. But सानू तां वाहिगुरू ने अकाल पुरख ने एक बहुत वड्डा दिता होया, ਉਹ ਹੈ ਨਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ। How to attain peace through having ਨਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ, first thing when you rise up in the morning and last thing before bed. So ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ। On this journey that you are not alone, the nation is suffering at health of insomnia, literally. ਜਿੱਥੇ 51.3% folks ਬੰਦੇ suffer ਕਰ ਰਹੇ from insomnia and lack of sleep. Glasgow University, a foundation of sleep survey, points out that quarter of these people who are suffering from sleep have had symptoms for over 11 years of sleep before they become into a degrading health and they become a huge load on the NHS system. The NHS system then has to support these people either with antidepressants or sleeping pills or drugs that they become addicted to, where the brain chemicals cannot function the delta, alpha, beta waves anymore. That's serious. This ਦਿਮਾਗ and ਉਹ ਖੋਪੜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਲਨਟ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੇਪ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਮੈਗਨੈਟਿਕ ਫੀਲਡ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿ these chemicals ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਔਰ prescription ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, they can really make them dependent on these drugs. And I have so many women with sleep deprivation, so many men with sleep deprivation. But ਅੱਜ ਦੇ show ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we are going to dissect and unfold other reasons and causes and what you could do for yourself or your family to help and have a better sleep. So many reasons. 12,000 adults in 2012 reported that they had relationship problems, and that's 55% of those people, that it was due to relationships, their husband or wife or relationship, that their sleep was not proper and complete and not rested. 77% reported lack of good sleep. 64% reported they were not productive at work the day after not having good sleep and going to work, that they could not function. And over 50% of these people say they could not drive well. Hence, you probably see on the motorway, that it's important to rest, have a break. Do not drive and carry on driving in case you fall asleep on the wheel, which could be the most dangerous for your life and at the risk of somebody else also having injury because of you. Sleep insomnia, where I started the one quote word saying you are not alone. 98% of people have a sleep problem or sleep deprivation at some time, from the youth to their teens, to the uni, to work, to old age. 98% people, that's a huge number, out of which only 2% people have a very good sleep throughout their life pattern or their lifespan of 40, 60, 80 years of age. They will be finding it hard to sleep. It could be due to, work, the broken sleep. It could be due to the day and night cycle that is not going into sync because they are factory workers, they are doing night shift. We are doing this show at 9:40 p.m. But I will be certainly, after being in the studio since 2 o'clock, be able to shower and have a good rested sleep. Obviously, mental fatigue or ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਫਿਰ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, maybe they are not mentally tired, maybe they are just physically showing exhaustion, but on the mental level they have not used their brain to be able to switch off. Even that is a problem. I've constantly said in my chat shows, please women, go to adult education centers and do something in your life. If nothing, learn English. If nothing, learn IT. If nothing, learn simple emailing, typing, flower making. I never stopped studying. I even went out to do Japanese silk flowers. I even went out to do decorations and how to create these silk flowers. It was an amazing journey. And the education is something nobody can rob you of, but then you make a bigger circle of friends and you've gone out and you've been creative. Obviously, being creative, then you have used your brain cells and you're tired. So just sitting in the home, you're drilling on the same thoughts. Your children are married women, or bibiyan are not using their brain cells as much as they used to, or in the interim of retirement. Sometimes the broken sleep could be due to the problems that are not timekeeping, so rushing and causing anxiety. But other times it could be an impact that 50% people sometimes take their problems to bed, that they will keep on chewing for what has happened through the day. Day-to-day routine jeda insan da affected ho janda because of insomnia. They look worn out, there's no glow in their eyes, there's no glow on the face, there's no charm left, and they look grey and they look abysmal, and that is sleep. Daytime ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਸੂਰਜ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਆ, and how gloriously we welcome these last few days of the summer creeping in, and we all feel this happy hormone. Pause to think of people who are living in Ireland who have 6 months of no sun and 6 months of sun, even through the night. They need to code, and yet in Iceland it has the highest suicide rate because of depression of these times that people do put their life at risk by harming themselves. So insomnia, and what is insomnia? It could be due to studying and ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ shift work ਕਰਕੇ ਆਏ ਆ 2 ਘੰਟੇ ਸੁੱਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੁੱਟਵੀਂ ਨੀਂਦ ਆ ਗਈ so many reasons it could be but insomnia is a condition where you have difficulty of sleeping or you have a difficulty of waking up ਸੌਂ ਗਏ ਹੋ 8 ਘੰਟੇ 10 ਘੰਟੇ 12 ਘੰਟੇ and you still want more sleep because the sleep that you did have was not rested during the 4-hour deep sleep where the alpha and the beta are actually going into repair mode and repairing your whole body, i.e. your muscle fibrine, the blood circulation, the liver detox, and that is the time that you're not eating other than somebody who's grinding their teeth because they have other conditions, and grinding teeth can cause the next person sleeping next to you to not have sleep. Or your partner snoring can make you have a very unrested sleep. So that's the time when partners actually move into different rooms or a different level of the floor not to hear such loud snores. Even that is a condition that other people can be affected. Obviously, having poor sleep and sleep ਜਿਹੜੀ short sleep ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ refresh ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ you just do not refresh and recharge. Sleep is so amazing that it could be affected because of a loss of a loved one, a loss of a family member. It could be to a build-up of a family event. It could be a build-up to a work interview. It could be a build-up to a meeting or a speech. Here I am at a call channel in preparation and doing a live show this evening, but certainly not in a jittery mood at all. So sleep is a time where your body is recharging, and it is through this recharging that we can wake up in the morning and feel fresh and you're ready to face the world, the day's events. And during this sleep time, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body recharge ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, the first phase is a deep sleep, and then the second stage is a dream sleep ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ dream zone ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ. I remember when I lost my very respected father through the disaster of the hospitals that I used to actually have a dream and he used to come into my dream. I have a caller on air. Hello caller ji, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ. Anji, Sat Shri Akal. So nice of you to call into my show. My show today specifically is on insomnia and sleep. Sweetheart, what would you like to say about sleep and insomnia?
Do you want to speak in Punjabi or English?
Maybe English and a bit of Punjabi. You have probably a strong hold on both of these languages. A bit of both.
Okay. Well, sleep, if you don't have a full night sleep, the next day becomes very hard for a person to stay awake. I mean, in my case, and sleep was disrupted a lot because I was suffering with IBS and my body was very, very weak.
Ji.
Yeah. So sleep is, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ sleep ਪੂਰੀ night ਦੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ, otherwise next day you won't be able to move.
Ji. It is one of the topics where I'm saying you are not alone. Did you know, Panji, 51.3% of the British people do not sleep properly?
Anji. Yes, they don't. Some people sleep very late and they can't sleep, and next day they feel very lazy, they're yawning all the time.
Yeah.
A proper night sleep is very, very essential.
I know when I lost my father, Panji, every night and most nights he came in my dream, and he happened to be in the place I was going to go to, and that carried on for 2 years. And I paused to ask some respected people, why is this happening? And he's coming in my dream and he's at a place before I get to Ireland, before I got to Isle of Wight, before I got to India and South India. He was already there to receive me. So I don't know that connection, but after my deep sleep, I would have that 1 hour, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours of seeing my father in my dream.
Yes, very true.
And then I began to see my father and my mother both together as my mother demised, and now I'm a little bit, I think, happier in the sense I wasn't sad. It was nice to see them. That I don't get those dreams, so I just get a deep sleep. Has there been any other issues about sleep and any products that have helped you, Panji?
Yes, sleep was disrupted, as when I lost my mother. It was very disrupted, and after a while, I just thodi der sonke, and then you wake up again.
Gee.
And then after a while, up to this day and date, it's still not a full night's sleep.
Gee.
But as you say, within time, we'll go back to our full hours of sleep. But it's very important to have a full 6 to 7 hours sleep.
Yeah, I do take I give night drops and day drops, and I do give sleep mix. So many issues can be triggered off, and the reason of the cause was one was IBS and then loss of your loved mother. I hope that you have used the drops and you have seen results on those.
Your drops have helped me a lot. I'm getting back onto my sleeping track again.
So nice.
And those drops are marvelous.
So nice. These are the Nest drops. Obviously, with the consultation, it was a pleasure to assist you. I'm so glad, and thank you so much, Panji. Anything else you'd like to say about the health show, the cook show, the chat shows?
Well, all I can say is your shows are very helpful to people who really want to take advice and get on to and start living healthy. And then again, your drops, your Nest drops, and all your they are all natural remedies you give to people, which are really helpful. It was very helpful to me. If I wouldn't have come to you, I would have been in a wheelchair by now and gone long time ago.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure Akal Purukh shows you the journey to. Oh, कहंदे बहाना बन जांदा किसे दे नाल बंदा मोढा लगा लैंदा and you get help. So God is always there as a savior. You were amazing for your save of your mother.
जिस तरह तुसी कहने हैं कि ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ health ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ life जो मर्जी बना लो, it doesn't count, but your health does count.
So true. Your health is your wealth. Very well said. I must salute you. Yes.
हाँ जी.
और
तो
कुछ
इस करके हेल्थ का ध्यान रखना बहुत ही जरूरी है, क्योंकि if your health is good, you can go and socialize with people and you can live healthy.
सच ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੇਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਔਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੇ ਬੜਾ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਰਿਫਲੈਕਟ ਕਰਦਾ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ, isn't it?
हाँ जी.
Yeah. I hope you're still juicing.
हाँ जी.
I hope you're still juicing.
Yes, still juicing. कितने 20 साल हो गए?
Wonderful. 20 years, you're on a record. You're probably one patient who's having 20 years of still juicing.
Yeah.
Panji, women do it for 1 week, 1 month and put it in the kabad and in the garage or in the shed or in the cupboard.
I'm still juicing. Yeah.
Isn't it? It's so great going green and going healthy. Let me wish you a very healthy life, a very peaceful life, but also very healthy sleeps for all your length of life. Thank you so much for taking part in my live show, Panji. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank
Sat Sri Akal ji. This is a caller that spoke about the day and night drops jede apan nas de karde ne, and those can only be given after a consultation. So please don't ring and just say I want the drops. Generically, I can give them to you, repeat later on. Initially, we need to find whether you are the right candidate for this, and as Panji so well called, these were her lifesavers. Otherwise, she said she doesn't know if she would be here. I'm sure Vaiguru ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਔਰ ਕਮਾਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆ, ਐਂਡ ਧੰਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ for Punjabi and so much other social activities which busy ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ. So her sleep was very important, her rest was very important, and when she did come, we addressed it all, and I'm so glad that her sleep is rested and much better. Maybe a little bit of more tweaking to do. Thank you so much for the call. So as the caller said कि sometimes बहुत ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ sleeps ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟੁੱਟਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, where we said that day to day routine 50% ਬੰਦੇ ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ, mood changes ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, snappiness, grogginess, they cannot study, and ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ appetite ਵੀ affect ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. And obviously operating machines are the biggest accidents in factories, where workers can have a limb or a finger or a digit cut off, or some accidents in the factories due to lack of sleep. Obviously driving itself becomes a problem. Insomnia is a big problem. So as I started saying, you are not alone in this world. It means really difficulty in sleeping, and the problems that can lead on to sleep. Obviously you can be snappy, you can be temperamental, you have not refreshed. It was the dream sleep that I was talking that puts you into a repair mode of organ repair. It is this organ repair that if it doesn't happen, that it would lead on to serious issues. 83% people have reported mood swings. 93% people reported energy drops because of sleep. This evidence of sleep deprivation also leads on to cognitive behavior issues, and a 2-year study from Tokyo, Japan, with a medical university found that people who did not have a good night's sleep suffer from depression at a later time. This also, sleep could also be due to depression, but leading on to joints and tobacco, smoking, other drugs that you think should keep you awake, which are the hard drugs and some soft drugs that can affect your sleep. The TV blue light is known to give a lot of, obviously, the flickering in and out is keeping your mind overactive through the evening, even then if you want to sleep and get a rested sleep. Obviously, in the interim of sleep, jidda aapa zikr kar rahe si aap ji nu, that new cells are formed, and it is these new cells that your body is refreshing, recharging, and keh lo ke thodi andro body di MOT ho rahi a every day. ਇੱਕ ਵੀਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ 5 ਦਿਨ ਸੁੱਤੇ 2 ਦਿਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੁੱਤੇ, you'd probably want a very long sleep in the next day to recover from the lack of sleep of the day before. And in the time of the sleep, the liver flushes out toxins. It's these toxins that people want to have long sleeps. A lot of people will question me, how do I actually only have 3 to 4 hours sleep, and then I'm into my work mode, but first into my Simran mode, then into my work mode, walk mode, exercise mode, then shower back, and then into the work mode in a full day's work. And this is all in a pattern that I do to keep myself going. But as my caller called, 20 years, it's a record. She bought this juicer from me. She is still using this juicer. I need to congratulate her. 20 years juicing. I don't think any lady can call me right now on a call channel and challenge her that they've been doing juicing 20 years. A lot of people are now buying mixers and blenders and some things called bullets, and they are making a mishmash of a chutney, of just masticating or chopping the vegetables down and adding strange things that are not right. Juicing and masticating juicing, where the vegetables are wringed out like a chunni or a dupatta, that is the best way of juicing. Any other substitutes is marketing, folks. So juicing is very important. Obviously oversleeping doesn't help then, because it's a common problem, and then you get oversleeping makes your body needs more and more, and if you sleep 10 hours one day, you need 10 hours the next day, because you say mainu meri neend puri nahi hoi. Sleep studies jehde aaye ne have known that they can cause chronic conditions to heart conditions and diabetic patients who need to get up and walk around. And obviously a lot of sleep, during the sleep there could be huge problems of like I said, dreams, but some dreams could be of nightmare and fear. It's these dreams that make you feel very unrested, and frightening dreams, obviously, which people have in their life. We will be taking into the second half of my show after this little short sweet break. I'll be taking a water break, taking you into this world. You are not alone.